There's nothing that lets the dopamine flow more than watching a number go up, and that's why today we're here in Nubby's number factory to see how fast we can get the highest numbers. If you've not seen this game before, this is a Plinko roguelike mixed with a 90s fever dream. Basically, we'll get into it and just show you how the game works very briefly. You are in the factory, you have nubbies at the top here, and you have to pop the pegs by doing that. And as you hit them, the numbers halve, and you have to just hit as many as you can. You get score. For each score you get down here, you get 1 gold, and if you get more multiples, i.e. you beat the score by double the amount, for example, you get even more score. Like with all roguelikes like this, you then get items, which do various things. For example, this one, if you pop 5 pegs, you get 5 points for every time this item is triggered. So every 5 pegs, you get 5 points, and it exponentially increases. And these have normal triggers, so 5 pegs popped. We'll have a look at that one. 5 pegs popped, so as long as I can pop 5 pegs, I get a little thorn that comes down and misses, apparently. And that's all well and good, and you can get some interesting combos with this, I'm sure. However, this is just regular Tony. Let's save and quit here. Not fully quit. That's the wrong button. 1 second. What we actually want to do is hold that so we can restart a new game. Regular Tony as our supervisor is fine, but what we want is Baloney Tony. Item and perk triggers are randomized at the start of the run. Don't question it. This can get very silly very quickly, and I'm trying to find how quickly we can get the maximum score. In this, it gets to a googol, and then we'll just say 1 googol and then stop. You don't know what a googol is? Google it. Ha! Funny joke. A googol is 1 with 100 zeros at the end. So a billion is 9 zeros. This is 100 zeros. And you can get that pretty quick. So we actually need a few things for this. One, we're going to need a kazoo. Kazoos double a random peg. It doesn't really matter what the trigger is here, but as you can see, they are kind of all random. This one's 1 every second instead of what they normally are. So this one, I think before was once a second. Now it's 5 pegs hard. And these change every single time. That's actually probably, for now, well, I fucked it up. Let's start another run. So all those triggers are completely randomized, so you kind of want to get as much gold as possible. For now, I'm just going to pop some pegs, try and get to the shop again with a decent amount of money. 10 gold as we come into here. Let's have a look. 5 pegs popped is pretty good. I mean, I'll take that just in case. So now, every time we pop 5 pegs, it's going to pop a random peg, which is going to help just kind of get the score through a little bit. This isn't really breaking the game yet. Coming up, we have this star. This is going to be some perks. Perks are not able to be deleted, so you have to be careful here. 5 pegs popped. Force triggers the items in slots 5, 6, and 7, which we haven't unlocked yet. This is probably going to be very, very good. Every time we pop 5 pegs, it force triggers each of these twice, which if we have some really good ones in there, is going to help us a lot. We do need to unlock them, and to unlock them, you expand them here. But now, this is going to help a lot, I think. Even more than this. I think when you double it, it pops it, gives 4 times points. Not as useful as you think, although getting a second one may be fine. This actually might be what we want instead. So actually, if you look at this now, you can see why the randomization is very silly. 2 pegs popped. It pops the 2 lowest pegs twice each, which is going to pop 2 pegs, which is going to trigger this, which is going to pop this, which is going to trigger this, which is going to pop 2 pegs, which is going to trigger this, which is going to pop this, which is going to trigger this, which is going to pop this, which is going to trigger this, which is going to pop 2 pegs. That's why this mode is very silly. It just clears the whole thing. Now, that is cool. You get a lot of restocks here, a lot of money, which is going to be very useful later. However, score isn't going crazy. Numbers are going up. We like numbers going up. As you see, every time you restock, it forms these together, like that 2048 game. So the more of this you do, the higher your pegs can go. But also, I believe this score is based on the amount in your pool, essentially. Like, it's scale, so you can't get too far ahead. Otherwise, it's just outscale you massively. Now, this is the grab-a-thon. You can get a bunch of stuff. Usually, you can also get items in here, but for some reason, we've got nothing but gold. But the one thing we do want to get from in here is the key. This is the suspicious key. Don't worry about it. This is a good starting for us, but to get that mythical googol and to get it as fast as possible, there is one item we need from the upcoming use for the suspicious key. As you see, every time now we're clearing the board, we're getting less and less. It's not like ×7, it's now ×4. We want to use this key. We're looking for a certain item. This is what we're looking for. Nubby hits the wall twice. Not a great one, but you can kind of see what this does, right? The first peg popped is the highest number peg. Multiply total score by 2.5 every time I hit the wall twice. The problem is yeah, hitting the wall twice, difficult to do. Especially if you do that. So we can now expand the shop. This allows us to get these force triggers now. And also go to the cafe. The cafe is very useful. We don't need this anymore, so I'm going to actually do this. I was hoping I had... If this was upgraded, legs would be useful, but... delete that. Oh yeah, it deletes the leftmost one. I forgot about that. All right, I'm going to start a new run. So to let you know what I was trying to do, and I completely messed it up because I forgot that that deletes the leftmost item. So this mutates into the item to the left. So you got the fly here, right? Which is doing 2.5 times every time you hit a wall twice. This will copy that. And then you can see how this run is meant to go. We just need to find a good starting item to get us through to that shop, and then a way of getting the fly that triggers off something quite simple. And then just try and get as many of those as possible and see how fast we can break the game. This is very, very good. 2 pegs popped doubles a random peg. Thank you. But this is going to be really useful. And you can see why here. Basically, every time I hit 2 pegs, it doubles one. That one down there was worth 256. The score I need is 87. So assuming that I get some good bounces, like that, massive amount of score. The other thing this does is, obviously, the game only runs until, you know, if you delete all the pegs, that's it. That's your game over, right? So if you can keep the pegs around by doubling them, you have more of a chance of winning. I'm absolutely screwing this up. I'd like to hit one of those big pegs. There you go. We definitely want that. That means it doubles a random peg twice. As we've got here. This is probably pretty good for early game, just because doubling pegs is going to happen a lot. This then will summon something that will pop a peg, which will double on this, right? So not a bad way of doing it. There we go. You see, now that I'm hitting a lot of the ones that have doubled, that was like times 13, which is huge amounts of money. Give me that key. I'll just grab that. Thing is, these golds contain between, I think it's 1 and 10 gold, but it costs 6 gold to do it, so I'll just grab that. Doubles 4 random pegs that are less than 32, so that actually keeps some of the early game. Yeah, you can see it's kept a lot of these lower ones around for a while, which is actually quite useful. This also means they start doubling from a higher baseline, right? Here you go. Oh, I mean, see that? Don't know what I hit, but I hit something massive there. So we're on 99 gold, so gold is sorted. Hopefully we get something good with a good fly here. 5 pegs pop. Multiply total points by 1.2. That actually might be, because that doesn't require you to hit the highest peg to start with. I've not seen that before. I'm going to take it. See if that will actually help us here. 3 pegs doubled. If the first peg was popped, you could force trigger. Okay, that's going to go insane. It's going to trigger these 2 repeatedly. If I hit the highest number, you can go up here to this eye, and it'll actually then tell you, it'll show you where the highest number is, and also show you how many times things have been re-triggered. Yeah, there you go. We did it. We've broken the game immediately. So this is the kind of thing that happens. Sorry, it's so bloody loud. So because we hit the highest peg, this is every time. This is basically, this is now triggering this, and this is now going back and forth. These are basically infinitely spawning on each other. And then every time 5 pegs are popped, this is multiplying our score even more. We're on a nonillion. We're about to hit a decillion. Now, you hear that lovely chime? Some of these are hitting max. So 1 decillion is the max that a peg can get to. Now, obviously, if you had all these pegs hitting a decillion, that's great. But a decillion is, I think, 30-something zeros. And to hit something that's 30-something zeros over and over to get to a googol takes a long time. Which is why multiplying your score at that level is how you get the broken. As you say, it said literally broken the game. So we're going to do that. Also, probably want something in slot 5. We can find something good. Slot 3 triggers 5 times. You can emit some waste. I mean, that might be fun. And then you just swap those around, maybe. But I guess that's the thing that's forcing these 2 to spawn so often. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, sometimes well, there we go. There's a lot of sound, a lot of noise. All right, perfect. A squid. We want that. And it's 5 pegs pop to get it, which is really, really good. So now we want to go into the cafe, see if we can get even more of those. I think that's probably the way to do it. Yeah, that looks like it's doing something. The thing is, popping more pegs is going to be the way to go. Because this is still fast. We're up to octillion, nonillion, decillion. So it's getting up there. It's got a long way to go, though. So we need more squids. The game gets very loud when you do it this way. This is the one we want. Deletes the leftmost item and replaces the rightmost item with a squid, and it gives you a transformed squid. So this is what we want to do. We can find an upgraded thing here right now. There you go. We actually probably want that to blow stuff up, right? Deletes the leftmost item, which is this, that we don't need anymore. The rightmost item is transformed to a squid, which can be an upgraded squid. So maybe this will do something. There you go. Now we're cooking with gas. Quindecillion, sextillion, septicillion, octocillion. Now this needs to get all the way up to, so it goes through all the V's, and then it gets to the T's, and then you're at Google. So we can show you we can show you a Google. This will get there eventually. I don't even know what that. Do you trade for trillion or something, and then Google? There you go. We got it. That took a long time. We want to break the game even quicker than that.
A few moments later.
I think that's gonna be as good as we get. That's pretty good. That was all right. We can do better though. So I'm going to try and find an even better one. So give me a moment and I'll see if I can find a good seed here. Found it. 2 pegs popped. Multiplies the score as long as you hit the highest. Okay, yeah, we got 16 billion in round 20 in like 2 seconds. Item in slot 5 triggers 5 times. Force triggers the item in slot 6, so that could definitely bounce things that way, right? We do need to make sure we're hitting the highest. This is unfortunate. As you can see, because we got that billion, the number of like repeats we got meant that we have some ridiculously high numbers here. But see what happens if we don't hit the highest. We only get 8 million, which is rubbish. So let's have a look what we got going on here. Nothing there. We do want to unlock the shop. We want to do that and that, I think. We can delete the leftmost. Oh, it turns the rightmost item. So we need a cheap item to turn into a squid. We are at the moment, the one problem we have is no money, which means this actually isn't going to trigger. Oh wait, how do you do this? 20 pegs pop to turn that. Okay, it's quite a difficult one to turn. Okay, I may have screwed this one up. We just need to be able to hit the highest peg first. Okay, we at least got through this round. We're not getting the chance to actually hit the highest, which is really bad. We definitely need something to help trigger this. There we go. That didn't even double anything. That was just based off bounces. 2 pegs half. We need something that halves pegs. We can get we can repeatedly trigger this, I think. Let me think about this. This force triggers the item in slot 4 one time for every 7 coins you have. Yes. Once we bounce 5 times. When you do 2 things halved, it triggers the rightmost thing, which would be that. Or maybe we want it like that. Oh, this is confusing. Sorry, slot 4. If I bounce 5 times, this triggers 1 time for every 7 coins, which will be twice. Oh no, this is slot 5 here. So we definitely want it that way? Maybe. I think this will do all right. It did okay, but it didn't really do as much as I thought it would. I don't think I bounced enough. Oh, yes, there's nothing in slot 4 to hit at the moment. Maybe we want it like that, so this doesn't have to wait 20 hops. It can just be instantly triggered. Maybe. Next shop is going to be very important, because we want something in slot 4 that's going to help pulls the cascade. That one might be fine for now, just because it's 5 pegs popped. Wait, slot 4. That force triggers item in slot 6 on 5 triggering. That's pegs halving, which that does. That peg halves pegs. We need something in there, right? Yeah, this feels like it's inconsequential. We want the 6 and 7. Oh, don't say 6, 7. I don't get that joke. It's something in 5 that triggers off of what we've already got, I think. Does this now make sense? No, because there's nothing in slot 5 that's being triggered, which needs to be that, which means this is not useful. There we go. That did a thing, but it didn't do anything that useful because we're still destroying pegs. Okay, I've almost got this one down. Well, just an easy peg popper. 10 pegs popped, pops 2 random pegs. Give me that. Because now when I bounce 5 times, that's going to trigger a bunch of times. That, I think, has solved our problem. Upgrade and delete. Oh, we do want that. We can do that by just buying the cheapest thing we got. So upgrades the rightmost item, deletes the left. That's now going to make that, I think it's 5 times or something. Ridiculous. Find the max. That needs to go over there. There we go. We got it. That one is going to be useful, I think, because we're doing a lot of halving with this. Because this fake halves. Like, how many halves do we get? 122 halves, right? So that's going to help us here. When we halve 2 of them, it triggers that, which doubles. When the item in slot 5 triggers 5 times, which is this. So when you pop 10 pegs, so when you pop 50 pegs, this goes slot 6. When you bounce 5 times, that does slot 4. So I don't think... Because that wants to spawn of itself, really. Maybe. Well, I don't know. Maybe with some more doubling, we'll get some more of this. I mean, we got to a googol in, like, very quickly there. So we've hit the googol. Now we're just trying to get it quicker. God, that was quick. We're going to hit it again? Yep, we did it. Right, we can get this quicker now. We've got a good combo here. Oh, maybe that one would be quite good. 3 pegs doubled, has a chance to fall to the item in slot 3. That's what we want, I think. That's done something. We want to try that. I mean, it's doing something, but it's not doubling the score because of this. The problem is now we want to be able to have a straight shot of squids, right? Hopefully we get something here. 3 pegs doubled, 5% chance to do something in slot 5. That saved us, I think, because then it means we just need these 3 to trigger off each other. We don't really care about then 3. Sure. I mean, that was quick. But yeah, I think we're basically there. Jesus Christ. Oh, this game's silly. Another fly? Yes. Yep, that helped a lot. That was even quicker. We just need more squids now. There we go. 420. 420 for the googol. Funny meme numbers. Haha. Annoyingly, we want that. That's what we want, but I have realized I have screwed up. Unless I can sell enough stuff. I'm trying to do 13. Oh, that's enough there. If I'm confident in that, I think I have to try it. Now we've got that many squids. This may have ended the run. Never mind. As long as I hit this 2 billion. You get a googol in about 3 seconds. Oh my god. Okay, I think basically we've got one more slot we can fill with another squid. So I think you still get shops beyond here. So let's finish the game. Oh no, it's Tony. Tony shoots lasers from his eyes. If a peg is hit by a laser, number will reduce to 1. I don't think I much care. Tony. Baloney Tony. Yeah, you can explode. Endless mode. And we're looking for ways to just get a 4th squid. I think after that, we're done, right? Okay, I found it. I just got another fly. There we go. A googol in less than 3 seconds before they all get caged up. Yeah, the only thing is this one isn't upgraded, so we need to find something that can upgrade this. That is the last piece of the puzzle. The only way this could be faster, because the problem is doubling and halving is fine, but if they're not being popped, these don't trigger. So the only thing that could make this faster is a faster way of popping pegs. And because this pops 2 pegs twice, basically every time this goes, these go. I don't think there is going to be a faster one. Like, obviously in a different seed there could be, right? Like, this could be based off pegs popped, and then it's all, it's off to the races at that point. Yeah, so we're in the quadrillions now that we need to score. I do wonder if we can get to the googol score now. Now that I'm here, I want to see if this, because it's 2.7 quadrillion. This could be like, does it double each time maybe? Yeah, it's about a 2.5 second googol. Replaces the rightmost item in your inventory with the last item you pushed from Nubby black market. Ooh, more wingless flies, huh? I wonder if we can get back some of these. Could we get away with just doing it with that? That could cycle it through just with this one. I might take that risk, because otherwise we're going to be sat here doing nothing, right? That's the thing. So we can replace the rightmost item in your inventory with the last item you bought from the Nubby's black market. That upgrades that one. Hopefully this hasn't screwed it up. I have a feeling this has screwed it up. Is it because of the halving was the thing that was causing this to trigger? Yeah. I guess you could put the flies in there, couldn't you? Because the flies are triggering way more often. I do wonder if we... Okay, so you can do that, but it is slower. There's no reason not to do that. Okay, that's quicker. Found it. Yes. Creates an upgraded squid in the rightmost empty inventory slot. That's what we're looking for. That's another squid. I guess I can go there. Why is that so slow? Because that isn't going off is the problem now. Do I not have too many things? Well, I don't know. Okay. That's interesting to note. I don't think we need the kazoo anymore. Because the points are so high, we only need to be able to just be popping pegs. I reckon we do this now, though. I think that's going to potentially... It's either going to make or break it, basically. And I'm happy to try it. I mean, that was pretty quick. Oh, there we go. It's the spicy kebab poke, which we just got. That's going to be the thing that causes us to win. As soon as we pop 2 pegs, it triggers this, which I think is how we win. Yep. Yeah, that'll do it. I also reckon we can do that because these have to copy the thing next to it. So that copies that first. So the more flies we can put between, I think that actually does better. I mean, that is perfect. I would say that is a winner. We're up to quintillion. I didn't even realize we're up to quintillion on the score we need. So as long as we can always find the highest number, we get a googol very, very quickly. I think the only thing now that can do better here is things that pop this faster. This might be the theoretical maximum. As soon as you pop 2 pegs, it's done. I don't think we can do much better than that. Yeah, because every time this triggers, it triggers all of these. So I don't think there's a better item in there. How's the score looking if we have to... I don't think even with this, we don't get even close. Even if we clear the whole board, nowhere near. So you absolutely... Whoops. Absolutely have to hit that. There we go. Less than 2 seconds. Upgrades the rightmost item, deletes the left. No. Thank you. Upgrades the 2 rightmost items in your inventory. I want to say there's nothing else. Like, is there really anything else we can do? Now it's just a case of me trying to hit the highest peg and another peg instantly. Like that. There we go. 1.7 seconds. I will see you in a bit. I'm going to see how far I can get this round counter. Hopefully it won't take too long. Well, that didn't take too long. As you can see, we're now on round 666. Every single peg we have is a decillion, which can't go any higher. So it doesn't really matter where we hit. We instantly win. Oh, that's so goddamn loud. I did turn the sound off when doing this, but, I've done worse grinds in video games, but this is definitely the weirdest and also not particularly interesting. You fire it, you wait 4 seconds, you press end, it goes brrrr. But we're at the point now where we're almost at a googol for the round counter. And I am interested to know what happens at that point. I've been skipping all the shops and all the upgrades just to try and get through it. So it has taken a few hours, but it is fairly mind-numbingly dull. Like, there is nothing in the shop. You'll see I have a load of rerolls. And the reason I did that is because when I was looking for, because you have to hit the maximum for these to set off, right? When I was searching for those, I needed lots of rerolls to get them in the right place, but now I don't. Yeah, we're on 1.1. I don't know what that is. I'll put it on screen. But essentially, that is 99 zeros, which means I'm not sure exactly how you get more max than that. It looks like it does calculate it over. That isn't 100,000 times repeated, but yeah, we just got to get through the trets. Not even the tret. We just need to get to 10 tret, right? Because that's 99 zeros. As soon as you get to 10, that's the 100th zero. That's the googol. I guess we'll see how the game fares when we get to that bit. And then I can go get some lunch, because I have been sat here for hours and I'm hungry. Sometimes science requires sacrifice. Not that this is a sacrifice, this is just me wasting time and getting stuck in a hyper-focused endless loop. But, you know, swings and roundabouts at the end of the day, innit? 5.4. Probably needs a couple more rounds. Maybe 3 more rounds. We'll see how well this next one does. And every time we do this, the frame rate is unhappy. Right, 7.1. Maybe 1 more, maybe 2. Hang on. Maybe I've been bamboozled. Oh, do I have to get through these as well? The game may be falling apart. Well, we have to keep doing this. Look at the lasers. Oh, yeah, by the way, I got a load of these ones. Basically, every time we pop 2 pegs, there's a 2,400% chance that this triggers. I'm pretty sure this... All right, this is either 99 zeros now, or the game is broken, and I want to see where it goes. Because it shouldn't go to quad T, because I believe that's where googol comes in. Did you see that? Probably not, because it was so bloody fast. Is it going to do quad T? Or is it actually going to hit googol? Hey! We did it! Now what happens? Oh, no, it just keeps going forever. Because, yeah, it obviously calculates beyond this, because I obviously didn't get... Well, I must have got that many googols, right? Yeah, I'm basically hitting 10,000 googols instantly, because whilst it says googol there, it is obviously calculating how many times I'm repeating that, or maybe it just gives you 10,000 as soon as you hit a googol, because it just assumes you're not going to get that higher, much higher. So I mean, I think we've done some good work here today. This hasn't just been a waste of time. I'm just going to end the game. Yay! That was fun.